What is up, everybody? Louis Marco here. Salute you wherever you are. Probably you are one of those 150,000 who watched this video. If you did not, I highly enjoy you to watch it. I hope that you are still subscribed to Rich Piana like I am. So needless to say, this is the last video on his account, and it was published this morning by the love of his life. That's how I describe her, by Chanel. That's how I see her. She is the true love of Rich Piana. That's how I see it. Pretty much. I watched the video fully at the gym, took a break between sets, and I couldn't let go. I mean, it is a heart-wrenching video. Deeply felt. Highly honest. You know, I'm 42, been around the block, met countless numbers of people, right? And you know, with life and with time, sometimes you just cannot get fooled, right? And this is my true belief. This person is very honest. She's not playing no game. I mean, she is very, very deeply affected by the loss of the love of her life, Rich Piana, right? So this is the legacy, this is the true story being told by the closest person, as far as I know, right? That is his mom, who posted actually just one picture of her with her son, actually, on her Facebook when he was in the hospital, right? She did not post nothing else. So I think the closest people in his life were definitely his mom and Chanel. And it stops right there. I don't want to hear no other name, no other female name. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear them, right? This woman right here, she was with him when the accident happened. So by this video, basically, she's gathering her strength to clear his name up, right? Because a lot of theories are out there, a lot of videos speculating like they know what happened to him and this and that. I mean, she was about to cut his hair, right? And the last thing he told her is, and he said, it's kind of funny that with all the means I have, I'm still getting my hair cut by my woman, right? And that is a testament how close they were. I mean, when he spoke about her, he said, they rekindled their light, and he met her back actually after some hard time he went through, right? And after so, he was about to fall back, so she held him the best she could, and I think that he hit his head as well, and his eyes turned back, and he started breathing heavily, and on record she said that he used to have some sleep breathing issues, right? Or as we call it, sleep apnea, I think. And she thought it was another episode of that, so she called the emergencies, and she tried her best. I mean, take a look at the video, and she described it better than everyone, and that basically clears all the funny, all the disrespectful theories, quite frankly, about the powder. The powder was merely pre-workout. On record, I mean, Rich was snorting his pre-workout, right? I mean, everybody knows he's kind of a special guy, and that was it, pretty much. So, and quite frankly, I do believe her. I mean, she looks like a very nice person. She is not a druggie or things like that. And in my opinion, and I hope that you guys share this opinion, I really hope so, that she is the true, holder of his legacy. Whatever he has left, I hope that it will be taken care of by her. I really wish, right? I really wish. And as a matter of fact, I hope that you guys, his fans, and you are legions, I hope that you fans of Rich Piana will do whatever it takes to pretty much reinforce this idea that Chanel is the true successor, and she's the widow, really, she's the real widow of Rich Piana, and I don't want to hear no other name. I just do not want mention no other name, right? She was sleeping with him every single night at the hospital. Believe me, when my mom was sick, she was there for like 4 days, and it was traumatic for me. Sorry about that. It was literally traumatic for me. So imagine how this lady was there literally for weeks. And she goes on to tell about the last moments, right? When basically she was holding his hands, and I think the nurse woke her up to mention to her that, you know, he's gone, and she told her that he was kind of waiting for you before letting go your hand, right? And it was very, very emotional, very, very touching. She also goes on to tell about, you know, she was playing the music he loves, sometimes the music he hates, just to try to trigger any kind of reaction from him. She was even playing movies, although he could not see them. You could not watch them, but she was playing movies she did, you know. That's true love right there. That's true love. I'm telling you guys, I mean, every man should definitely know this. If you knew a lot of women, for a woman to do that, she definitely has deep, deep love for you. It is what it is. It stops right there. I'm going to tell you, right? That's it. So, yeah, please go ahead and watch the video, and I hope that you will do. And this should be the closure, in a sense, of the situation. So, no weird videos, the reason of passing away of Rich, and so on and so forth. This is how it happened, and it should be closed once and for all. No conspiracy theories, no like freaking Bruce Lee is still alive, living in an island, or Tupac or Biggie is still alive, or Elvis is still alive. You know, stop those kind of crazy stuff. May he rest in peace. Rich Piana, you know, she said it very well. He was just a positive person. God knows. Listen, you go to his social media, like a video he posts, whatever it takes, or getting bigger by the day, episode number 3 or 4. You know, like all the top comments are funny comments, but these guys are not haters. Like his fan, they love to emulate him. They might sound like trolls, but deep down they do have love for him, right? And that was an interviewer actually who asked him, bro, what do you think about Louis Marco, who makes videos about you? When he says, yo, Rich Piana's arms are about to explode. He told him, bro, I'm pretty sure that Louis Marco is positive at the end of the day. And next thing you know, a few weeks later, we had that phone call, which I will never forget. And the gentleman I was speaking to, no, he was not an addict. He was not a drugged up. He was very poised. You could literally say that you were talking to a politician or a lawyer. I mean, definitely well-spoken, well-held man. And you comprehend why he was a man's man. That's it. That's why, you know, nobody was indifferent. Whether you connect with him via phone or you meet him in person. I mean, this dude, when he was moving to Florida, he was having that road trip in Arizona, and he was stopping just to, you know, buy a burrito or Häagen-Dazs, and people were stopping him, you know, talking to him. It was definitely polarized, and you cannot be indifferent in the presence of Rich Piana. And I have to confess to you, and until today, and I'm still thinking about him, I'm still watching his videos, I still emulate him, right? And I don't think he will be replaced whatsoever. I mean, there was no true Rich Piana whatsoever. There are some rejects here and there, but those kind of personas, pretty much, they come once in a lifetime. He was not playing a game. I mean, it was just him. It was just him. If you saw him back in '99 when he was doing some commercials with some other bodybuilders, back then he had no tattoos. He was a midfield bodybuilder, unknown whatsoever. And he spoke about it. He was trying to follow the steps of Dorian Yates. I think Dorian was his idol. And he did whatever it takes back then. He was eating like every hour and a half definitely binging, trying to get big, and taking everything in a book. And I think the best he could do was seventh, right? And then he understood that bodybuilding was not his route. So he did it, and you would never imagine that the dude like that, he was pretty much an unknown. He blew up to become pretty much number one in the fitness industry. I mean, nobody gathers basically attention like Rich was doing in expos. The crowd that he was attracting is unparalleled. You guys know what's up. You guys were waiting 4 hours or plus or more just to see Rich Piana. Nobody else was doing that. And some people were complaining, how come, these so-called star bodybuilders do not gather this kind of crowd? Because it is about the charisma, bro, whether you have it or not. That's it. Some people do have charisma and they become Arnold Schwarzenegger and they become big personas. Some others just don't have it, right? And Rich was one of these guys who had a proper charisma that transcends bodybuilding. Damn, he does not compete, yet he was known. And it is heart-wrenching for me when I watched the video that he published a few weeks ago of his company in Clearwater, Florida. The company is so big, it's humongous. You need an apparatus, actually. You need a golf cart to visit it. It is that big, right? That was the epitome of his hard work, and he was so proud of it. I mean, he moved to Florida and he loved it. I remember when he said, "Listen, I wanna move here because even the sea is more beautiful in Florida, because in California, that is the sea. You can see it, but you cannot swim in it. Now, granted, some people can swim in Cali, but it's not as good as the tropical sea of Florida, right?" And he was so happy to change his life, to move from one coast to another and have a new start. And he was so happy with this lady. It's just incredible. It shows, right? It really shows. So that's it. I have to put it on record. In my book, this video is not edited as usual. In my book, Chanel is the true love of Rich Piana. And by Lord, I just do not want to hear any other name. Any other name. Chanel, and it stops right there. God bless you all, and have a nice one.